If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Brothers, welcome back to another No Money Spent episode. This is going to be another No Money Spent Weekend League recap. So I'm going to be showing you guys a few games from the weekend, showing you how we ranked with our No Money Spent and what we pulled with our No Money Spent rewards. We're not going to go over any upgrades in this video, but if you want to see how I spent the coins I got from Weekend League for our No Money Spent team, that will be in the next episode, so be sure to hit that sub button so you don't miss a video. Also, I feel like I've shown throughout this series so far that you can compete at the highest level, even with a team that might be a little bit below average. If you guys want to learn how to play just like I do, I made ebooks going over my offensive and defensive schemes you can find at insanemaddenclips.com. If you purchase either of them, you will learn my entire scheme and every detail I know that goes into it, so you can run it the exact same way as me. So once again, shameless plug, if you guys want to find my ebooks, those are at insanemaddenclips.com. And of course, before we get into the gameplay, we got to go over the best and the worst comment of the day. The best comment of the day coming from Jaden Evans says, "Greatness attracts greatness. That's why Maze plays so many great players. Or EA servers just can't give my man a break." I like the way you think. And the worst comment of the day coming from Madden Magician, who said,
"Kiv is pretty trash, but I'm not surprised. I've played a lot of pro players this year and smoked every one of them. You should see my inbox. They can play worse than 5-year-olds.
Just stop, please. So if you guys have been following along with the No Money Spent series, this is the exact same team. We haven't made any upgrades since the last video. In fact, this is the same weekend league in which we matched up with Kiv from the last video. So this is just a continuation of that. And as you guys can see, still Broncos themed team. We are still rocking the same playbooks on offense and defense, Patriots offense and Chicago defense. And as I said in the intro, if you want to find the ebooks and learn those schemes, you can find them at insanemaddenclips.com. But getting into the first hell game, it comes with a record of 14-4. So we've already got 4 losses, and if we want to rank in the top 50, which is kind of what the goal was for this weekend, we need to win out. So we got 7 games remaining, and we got to win all 7. Starting off on the offensive side of the ball, our man Thomas Brady gonna slang that thing, and it's caught on the other end by Tim Patrick, who makes a man miss and has a lot of space in front of him. Unfortunately, gets ran down by Ted Hendricks, and we got caught in a 1st and goal. From there, Tyreek Hill, the tight end, getting in the end zone. My opponent quit out. So that's 1 victory down. Moving on to the next one, now 15-4, 6 games remaining. And to be quite honest, I don't know why I threw that last game in there. It was not a very good game. But getting into the next one, this one is a solid game. OnlyFans TJ. And I feel like I've played a few guys with OnlyFans in their name, and they're always pretty solid.
What do you mean by that?
So I'm expecting TJ to be able to hold his weight because he's got the OnlyFans tag. But we are starting on the offensive side once again. Tom Brady slanging that thing once again, but our O-line is not holding up. We're letting up a lot of pressure. First time we had to throw the ball away. Second time we got hit as we threw it. Now 3rd and 10. Tom rolls out, sees a wide open dot, and it looks like it's right on the money. It looks like it was a great catch, but as you see, 0 for 3. In my face, I'm not happy. So we get caught in a 4th and 10 now, despite throwing like a 20-25 yard dot. Thankfully, we do convert because I would have been very pissed if we turn the ball over right there. We get a fresh set of downs, now hoping to not make the same mistakes. But as you can see, we're making the same mistakes. We're waiting on these longer developing routes. They're getting block sheds, and so we start switching the game plan up a little bit, start throwing underneath a little bit more, just getting the juices flowing. Tyreek Hill catches that whip route, gets a solid gain of about 12, and now we hit him on the corner route. That's a gain of 35 right there, and no matter what the zone drops are, that route is going to get behind it. So I love relying on that corner route. Now 1st and 10 at the 15 inside the red zone. We check down to our flats late. Lance Allworth gets a solid chunky yardage to the 8. Now 2nd and 3 here, and I got to say, this double wheel route play out of bunch is damn near unguardable. I honestly don't know how to guard it, and I haven't played anybody online who knows how to guard it. So it's becoming a staple of my offense. It's becoming the bread and butter when I need, 8-9 yards. That's the play I go to because it is almost automatic. So we end up getting the touchdown. We get the 2-point conversion, take an 8-0 lead despite a very rocky start on our first drive. And our defense gives up the points very easily. It's not hard for him. He didn't have to work for it like I did. It's just handed to him because I messed up on my users. So that's my fault. All our hard work thrown down the drain. Thankfully, he didn't go for 2, so we still got the 1-point lead. And now if we go down and score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion, we're going to have a 2-possession lead. We see our man deep. It's Tim Patrick once again, little swerve catch, and this time he's not getting caught into the end zone, jurtling all over my opponent. And this is for the 2-possession lead right now. My opponent only rushes 3. We throw a pass that was a little bit covered. Cordell Patterson picks it off, and he's got a lot of space in front of him. Couple men to beat, a little ballerina spin move, and he's in the open field. Only Vernon Davis there to make the tackle, and he just gets outrun. Not the best stick by me. And what could have been a 2-possession lead is now not even a full touchdown lead. We're only up by 5. as we come to the end of the first quarter, and my opponent with Derrick Henry has proven that he can score very quickly. So the defense is going to need to step up here. 2nd and 14, got a sack on 1st down. Now we're running with that crosser. Derrick Henry escapes the pocket, has some space. Thankfully gets contained for only about a gain of 9. We got him to 3rd and 5. So if we get the stop here, going to be a big 4th down. Looks like everything is bagged. We almost get the pick. Just out of reach, though. And Smith is off, and John Lynch can't catch up. I'm going to show the replay right here because I feel like with Acrobat, my user should have animated right there. It said out of reach, but I was going for a swat. I wasn't even going for the pick. So I feel like at a minimum, I was deserving of at least a diving swat, EA. And thankfully for us, his 2-point conversion is not good. So instead of being down 3, we're only down 1. If you score here, go for 2, we're going to be right back in it. We're trying to go back to that bomb play with Tim Patrick, but as you guys can see, his user is starting to watch it. He's starting to run back there and realize that I'm going for that damn near every time. But because his user's just completely vacating the premises, I can throw underneath. So even though the bomb might not be there anymore, it's opening up a lot underneath, which is helping us move the ball here. 3rd and 1, we throw this deep crosser. My man Lance Allworth jumps up back shoulder, toe taps on the sideline. Now we're at the 20-yard line with about 2 minutes to go in the first half. The goal here is to chew down as much clock as possible and get in the end zone. You see 2nd and 7. He's starting to man up those wheel routes that I was going to, but as you guys are going to see right here, man coverage still doesn't do the trick. You throw a low ball, and yeah, look at my face. I knew that shouldn't have been caught. His user was definitely in the area, but that low ball is so glitchy for some reason. It's incredibly difficult for defenders to animate on low passes, and I really don't know why. That was man coverage again. On that wheel route, I'm just low passing it, and it's caught damn near every time. So manning it up doesn't really do the trick. You got to user it. Most zones don't play that. And so these wheel routes, you know, I'm going to go over it more in depth in tip videos on the channel, and I'll update the ebook as well. But these wheel routes I'm starting to learn are probably the most OP thing in the game right now. With about 40 seconds, he threw a Stevie Wonder read right to a defender, and we didn't get the pick. And I've told you guys before, when you get cheated on something, they're going to score on that drive. And with only 10 seconds left, he ends up dotting inside field goal range and gets a field goal. So instead of being up by 7 going into half, we're only up by 4, and it's all because John Lynch dropped that pick. We could have easily had a 2-possession lead if he caught that, but he didn't catch it, and neither did my DB right there. Greg Newsome also not really making a play on the ball, and my opponent staying alive. Now, I will say, I feel like his offense hasn't really been that intimidating. I feel like a lot of his touchdowns have come on fluke plays. And so all it takes is one bad read. Cordero Patterson jumps up, makes the interception, and Patty with the fatty gets us the turnover we needed to go up 2 possessions. Up by 4 already. Tom Brady dialing up a laser, going to throw it at our running back, who literally called for the ball, yet for some reason did not want to catch said ball. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. And it's looking like a cover 2, and he manned up the outside receiver. We took a risk throwing that. Tim Patrick was definitely covered when we threw it, but as the ball came out, that acceleration got the separation we needed, get us in his territory, and then we throw a wheel route. That's all we got to do. Throw that wheel route in the red zone. You will win games. And this guy's probably putting his fist through his monitor because he's manning up the wheel damn near every time, and he's just not learning that the man coverage is not covering the wheel route. It's just not working. So with that touchdown, we're up by 11 now. Late in the third quarter, and our defense is screaming. Derrick Henry is an escape artist, so he gets out of the pocket, gets a solid gain. But we're making him stay in bounds. We're making him burn that clock and work for these points. If he wants to get points, he's going to have to work for them. Derrick Henry fighting for his life out there. Now inside the 10. He's going to run the ball where we get the stop, make it a 2nd and goal from the 7. And the clock is ticking. We're coming up on the 4th quarter here, and he still has not gotten the end zone. Now, we're only up 11, so he does not actually need to get a touchdown. He's already in field goal range, and that would cut it to a 1-possession lead. But nobody really likes to be down 8 in the 4th quarter. It's just not a good situation to be in. 3rd and goal here. We had a lot of guys going towards the quarterback. We finally get him down, and it brings up the 4th, and my opponent decides instead of going for the touchdown, he's going to kick his 3, make it an 8-point game. Yet he went for an onside kick, which basically gives us the ball in field goal range already. We're about 15 yards out of field goal range now, and if we get a field goal, the game is over. So I think that was a pretty stupid decision of him to just risk it all for the onside kick. But knowing me, I'm not going for a field goal. We're throwing bombs. We're fucking moms. And Jerry Jeudy gets a touchdown to end the game. So GG's to my man OnlyFans TJ. But we're moving on to the next game. The next hell game comes with a record of 18-4, only 3 games remaining for this top 50. We said we needed to win out, and we have won out so far. We get matched up with this man who apparently is a demon and also is apparently in my chat, and he claims we matched up on accident, but who knows? Either way, starting on the offensive side of the ball, not finding anything open, so we got to throw that one away, live to fight another down. We noticed he was in a cover 3, so I decided to try out this seams play, but once again, not finding anything open. Thankfully, he missed the tackle, so Deebo Samuel ends up taking a short pass into a gain of about 20, which was pretty nice to get the ball moving and get these juices flowing. 1st and 10, though, in our next set of downs, we take a sack, so we're in a 2nd and 21 early. We're trying to get at least half of it back here to make it a 3rd and not very long, but Lance Allworth only gets about 3 or 4 yards to give us a 3rd and 15. Right here, we definitely need some yards. We throw that wheel route, and Deebo doesn't react to it, so we're in a 4th and very long. This is a very tough situation to be in, as opposed to like a 4th and 8 or 9. And we still should have converted right there, man. Deebo let us down twice on the wheel route. The first one, he didn't even react. The second one, he lit up with backfield master. However, he ends up dropping the pass. We turn the ball over on downs on our first drive. Never a good start. And now it's up to our defense. This guy's offense already looking pretty solid with the route combos he's putting on the field. And on top of that, Kyler Murray doing some weird shit out there. Was that even legal? I don't know. The fumble ends up losing him 9 yards. We get him in a 3rd and 19. And now we just got to get him to a 4th down. That's the goal. Don't give up anything stupid. And Kyler Murray takes off, slides down, making it a 4th and very short. So this is a tough situation to be in for us, especially considering we just had him in a 3rd and 18. And then on this 4th and 1, our flat that we had out there just matched to something random. We definitely had a 5-yard curl flat that just vacated the premises, gives him the 1st down, and then now he gets a touchdown. He's going for 2 as well, which tells me this guy is not too shabby at the game. Throws it right over our user's head and converts that too. So now we're down 8-0. I feel like we got cheated a little bit, but we're going to have to fight and get these points back because he gets ball at half, and if we're down 1 possession or even 2 possessions, this game could be GG's, especially if his offense is good. So points on this drive are necessary. Ideally, we get 8. We find that deep corner to Tyreek that I told you guys about earlier, gets behind all zone drops, and that's a huge gain of like 40 yards right there. All the way to the 30-yard line now as we head into the second quarter. On 1st and 10, we end up taking a big sack. No Johnny Sins, but because we stepped so far up in the pocket, it's only a loss of 0. So we actually didn't really lose anything on that play. 2nd and 10, we find Jerry Jeudy on that corner route, which puts us at the 12. And from here, we're trying to get any yards we can. A sack obviously is not good right there, but if anything, we can look at the positive there. It gives us a little more space to work with. We find Jeudy in the flats, a horrible spin move, somehow makes 2 men miss, and now we are inside the 5 with another 1st and goal. Deebo Samuel gets stood up at the goal line, which is not good. 2nd and goal, we go right back to it. He gets stood up at the goal line again, proving that he has little tiny baby balls. But on 3rd and goal, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. We're gonna go to the RPO, and Jeudy gets crushed, gets his clock cleaned, but he falls into the end zone like a real man. So we end up scoring, going for 2 there, and unfortunately, it's not good, so we're still losing by 2 points. Additionally, there's only 2 minutes left on the clock, and he's getting the ball back, so we're going to have to clutch up here. If we could tackle 1 spin move, that's 1. Adams with 2 spin moves. All right, and 3 spin moves. I'm going to log off for the day. I am done. That 1 pass gets him inside the 10. Thankfully, we do have 3 timeouts, so it does look like we're going to have an opportunity to get the ball back. And while that did seem like a horrendous breakdown on defense, again, looking at the positive, at least now he can't clock us. We have an opportunity to go down, score, and bring this game within a few points. So the goal here, 45 seconds on the clock. We got to get as many yards as possible. At least get 3 on this drive to make it a 1-possession game. Because going into half, down 2 possessions with his ball is just a really, you're not usually going to come back from that on a good player. We got 37 seconds left, a fresh set of downs. We keep running the same play because he keeps running the same defense, and we're finding pretty much everything open. There was 3 different receivers open on each time, so we just hit a different one. Now in his territory at the 38, we take a sack, which was unfortunate, but we have our timeouts to kind of ease the pain there. There's only a 2-yard sack, and on top of that, on the next down, he ran commit. So I'm just going to count my blessings. I'm going to take my points, and with 21 seconds, we're only down 2 points. And then you notice my green screen starts falling because I was at my parents' house. And just look at those cheeks.
I can say right off the bat, I liked that. And what I liked about it is maybe the most standout thing right off the bat is the thick ass.
I wasn't able to get the green screen back up, so I just had to move the face cam down. And that's what we're going to rock with for the rest of the game. But rest assured, I'm back at my setup, so we won't be dealing with that anymore. But we only have 20 seconds left in the half. It's his ball. The goal here, obviously, not to give up any points. A touchdown would be horrible. A field goal wouldn't be the end of the world. And Kyler Murray's looking like he's going to get some points on this because With that timeout, he only needs about 10 more yards for the field goal. We don't have a QB spy. Our contain does a horrible job, and Kyler Murray gets the job done with his legs. With 3 seconds left, he's at the 38, kicks that field goal through, and now we are down 5 points going into half. It's his ball. We've shown that we can get a stop. It's not going to be guaranteed. And that looked like our stop. Devin has...
Are you seriously watching?
Somehow catches it over Justin Simmons' head. But when the ball was in the air, it looked like Justin Simmons was going to get there. We click on, we go for the pick, and it just says out of reach as usual. I would have liked at least a diving swat or something, but it's Madden 22 and you don't get those too often. So we're down 13 points. There's still plenty of time left, which is nice, and it's our ball. So we got to go down and get a touchdown here. We're down at 2 touchdowns. A field goal doesn't cut it no matter the down and distance. On 4th down, I'm going for it, but we don't need to deal with 4th down because we throw bombs and we fuck moms. So just like that, we answer back. We're only down 6, and this is our chance to get a stop. My opponent takes a big sack on 1st down, no Johnny Sins, and now he's caught in a 2nd and long. So if we can keep this to a 3rd and long, maybe get him in a 4th, this could be our opportunity. That's exactly what we needed right there. Now 3rd and 19. We're only sending 2. A lot of coverage on the field, and our user tries to run with that seam. He doesn't throw it. He instead takes off with Kyler, takes the hit, and now it's a 4th and 9. This is our chance right here. We send the blitz, but it doesn't come in, and then Kyler Murray once again scrambles for the first. So this guy is proving just time and time again, Kyler Murray's a problem. You know, despite him not being Derrick Henry, he's doing a lot of the same things and proving to be just as frustrating. Escape artists in general at this point in the year is incredibly hard to stop. And you're seeing it again. Kyler Murray just outrunning all my blitzers, all my D linemen, and continually just getting yards with his legs. Even when I put a spy on the field, even if it's one of my DBs, Kyler Murray still gets yards. On 3rd and 1, he converts again. Additionally, my opponent only needs a field goal to win this game. He's up 6. If he gets a field goal, he'll be up 2 possessions, and he's chewing clock. He's in a 2nd and 9, and he ends up getting the yardage needed to put him in field goal range. So now 3rd and 3. All he really needs to do is run the ball, kick his 3. He decides to go for a pass. We play crazy coverage. Everything is bagged, and we get the shed. Not only do we get the shed, we sent our spy that hit him out of field goal range, and now on 4th down, he has to go for it. We send the dogs, and it's a bad throw, and that was the stop we needed. We almost had the entire 4th quarter chewed down on us and going down 2 possessions, but because of that huge play on 3rd down, we end up getting another opportunity. We end up getting some life, and now our offense is moving. Tyreek Hill with a big catch to the 28. And we're chewing this clock down too. I don't want to give him the ball back with any time. So Debo, a nice run right there, takes off another 30 seconds. 1:20 to go. 2nd and 3, another handoff to Debo. He gets tackled short of the sticks, but that's not the end of the world because it allows us to chew off more clock. We go back to this double wheel route play. It looks like nothing's open, but we low ball that wheel route. It was an under pressure inaccurate, and we end up getting the 1st down. Another run play, another timeout burn by him. 41 seconds on the clock. We got 1 set of downs left right in front of the goal line. So the goal here is to get this clock down as much as possible. Right here on 3rd and 8, I'm looking for a way that we can chew clock. I see the flat wide open. I end up throwing it late. We get a few extra yards, go down inbounds, and he's got no timeouts. We take the clock down all the way on this 4th down. So now there's only 2 seconds left. It's 4th and 1. But it's really 4th and goal because we got to score on this play. It's the last play of the game. Where do we go? Our wheel route.
Are you flexing?
What, me? No. Why would I be flexing? I mean, I have sort of been hitting the gym, so if you wanted to see how it's going.
Low pass. The man coverage could not hang, and we end up scoring for the win.
Look at this dude got put in a blender. This dude got blent. Look at Calvin Johnson get blent. B-L-E-N-D-T. Blent. Literally did a 360. He didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Consider that man blent.
Huh?
So with that walk-off touchdown, we ended up winning our remaining 2 games and finished with 21 wins, 93 strength of schedule, and well inside the top 50 with a rank of 37. So this is by far the best ranking we've had on No Money Spent, and you're going to see in a couple seconds here what we pulled out of our rewards. And normally I would do this live comm, but there was an issue with there being music over my audio, so I can't do it because of copyright. But because we got top 50, we got the 275,000 coins, which is a huge bonus for No Money Spent. So that alone makes Weekend League worth it to me. And then on top of that, we get all the packs we would normally get for top 100, plus some boost ones because we're in the top 50. So it's 2 Hail Marys, 2 midfields, 2 red zones, 3 touchdowns, and then a 93 plus. Now, for you guys' sake, I'm going to speed through some of these smaller packs because, let's be honest, you never really pull anything out of here, and I usually will just quick sell all this for training. So all the smaller packs are usually just training, and then the big boys are what makes or breaks us coin-wise. So keep in mind, we already have 275,000 coins in the bank. Then whatever we get through these packs for training, and you're going to be noticing we're not really pulling much. I think the highest we got out of all these was an 85. Even in the touchdowns, we had multiple elites in there, but it was never higher than an 85. So there's nothing too big of a pull. And now we are left with our 93 plus, which I will show you guys my live reaction for. And YouTube, please do not copyright strike me. EA gods, don't screw me over. What are we getting? A legend? Yes, we are. Let's go. So I'm not going to lie, this Walter Jones was probably the best possible pull we could have gotten out of that. It's a 350K value added onto our 275, plus we got about 20,000 in training. So overall, we made around 700K from Weekend League, which my goal if we're in the top 100 is $1 million, but that is a little bit of a ambitious goal because we never really get that. But 700K is very big for no money spent. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Tune in to the next no money spent episode to see what we did with these coins and how we upgraded our team. A little hint, King Henry might be coming home to no money spent.